Welcome, welcome. 30th of June, 2026. And we are going to put up our pyramid of light. Each of us is seated on a square platform of our own imagination. All of this is in your imagination. However, it is powerful. Everything thought, said, and done while it's up is magnified. And we wish to magnify all the good, all the positive vibrations, all the learning and the wisdom that we can share as well. So each of us is seated on a square platform with 4 large triangles of crystal on the ground around you. There's one on the right, one on the left, there's one behind you and one in front. So you look to the right now and pick up, up, up that first side, and that beautiful red light comes into you, moves around you. You look to the left now, pick up the second side, and that purple light mixes with the red. And if ever you had a wonder, which I did, because I asked one day, I said, why is the first side red and the second side purple? And I was told right away, it's just to envelop the body in one flow from the root chakra, represented by the red, to the crown chakra, represented by the purple, and it's all one system, connected. And that's why we begin with the red, and then we bring in the purple, and the third side and back now it comes up, and this side is the soft light blue, the mother principle. And then the fourth side is in front, it needs no invitation, up it comes. And this is the gold, the masculine principle. Each of us now can look around and imagine these beautiful 4 triangles of crystal making a perfect pyramid, hermetically sealed, lovely and clear. And the light now begins to move around and around, starting at the ankles, comes up, a vortex of light moving around the body, up it comes, around the torso, the neck, the head, and when it reaches the crown of the head just opens like a vase, down in, gently comes the light. And I give you a moment to imagine this light beginning to move through the body. It fills the neck, the shoulders, moves down the arms to the hands and out the fingers. And the light continues down the torso, splits at the legs, and down it goes. Out the soles of the feet and down into the ground. Roots of light deep into the center, connecting us all, filling us, surrounding us with light, so we are well grounded, well connected, filled with light. So we're going to have a little story. I was lying under a tree and I couldn't do very much but just close my eyes and ask, why am I here and what is it that I have to learn? And the answer was really clear. It came as one word: self-purification. So I said, okay, what do you mean by self-purification? And I was taken back right away to that December night in 1991 when I had a near-death experience. And then when I came out of it, I wasn't alone anymore. The big accident happened the same day of my grandmother's funeral. And after the accident, my grandmother was with me. And I found out that this does happen and that this was an agreement we made. She had not completed her life, and we had agreed to do a bit more together. It's called a walk-in. I didn't know at the time what was going on. But very soon after that accident, she started talking to me, and one of the first things she said, besides go get my books, which I tried to read and didn't understand, was, Andrea, I'm going to teach you patience. And then I'm going to teach you tolerance. And I'm going to teach you forgiveness. And on it went. So I'm lying under the tree in Bali and I have a flashback to those moments. And I realized that's what Grandma was doing. She was taking me down the road to self-purification. And what does that mean? That means the road to consciously working the virtues. I didn't know anything about the virtues. And that's the real message that I was asked to give everyone tonight. We really are here to work the virtues. What are the virtues? Well, you have the virtues according to the Buddha. You have the virtues according to the Bible. You have the virtues according to the 12 steps of AA. You have the 7 virtues that match with the 7 deadly sins. There are many, but I'll just give you an idea. The first virtue that Grandma told me to work, and I still haven't mastered it all these years later, is patience. That was the first one. Some of them I mastered easily, like kindness, consideration. But patience, Some of them I really asked and needed help with, and still do. Especially courage. Courage is a virtue that didn't come naturally. So in order to grow my courage, I used to go to the library and read books by ordinary people, but doing extraordinary things. So it gives you a little idea that self-purification is a journey, and it's a journey that we take with action, because believe me, when you decide that you are going to, and you consciously can decide, you can say, okay, now, like I did, I said, I want more faith. I want more faith. And I didn't know how to have more faith. I really didn't know. I couldn't get it anywhere. I didn't know how to do it. And so I had to learn how to have more faith. And I was told, Andrea, You have to learn to pray. And that gives you not just faith, but it brings you also the virtue of humility. But every virtue, as you work it, will bring you a situation where you have to act. Virtues are built in action, like patience. Oh boy, you may initially be caught in a really small little traffic jam, or you may have a small little line at the checkout counter at the grocery store. That's learning a little bit of patience. But then it's going to get bigger, and it's going to get bigger, and it's going to require more patience. And that's how we build the virtues. So if we can begin to look at our lives as opportunities to grow the virtues, it's like I'm lying there feeling sick as a dog in Bali on the other side of the world, and feeling a little sorry for myself too, because I was so wrecked. And then I realized actually it was an opportunity to work on the virtues. So I want us to take a moment, think about this sacred path that is our life, and think about the virtues that resonate with you, the ones that you know you have, the ones that you have mastered, and there are many you have mastered. For instance, a primary virtue is honesty. Integrity is another one. Love, humility, perseverance is a virtue. Faith is a virtue, courage. What about forgiveness? Forgiveness is a virtue. Like patience, it could be something we work on our entire lives. But we're helped along the way because our team in spirit knows, they know everything, and they use everything to help us grow. Everything. They will help us cultivate the virtues so that we can move towards self-purification. And that's it. As you grow your character by consciously practicing and integrating the virtues, the big reward. You refine your ability to hear spirit. That's what we really want. We want to be able to hear the advice and hear the wisdom coming from our spirit team. So as we work on the virtues, as we purify our spirit, we cultivate this connection, and we also completely never see ourselves as a victim of anything again, because all of it is simply an opportunity to cultivate a virtue. So now we're going to take a moment, think about a difficult situation. Think about something in your life that gives you that knot right here, that knot of anxiety, worry, stress. And I'm going to put on a piece of music. And this piece of music is called Transmutation. It's 6 minutes long. And I just want you to take that time, think about the situation, and then go deeper, go deeper, Why is it happening? What virtue am I cultivating in this situation? And it may not come to you right away, but it's going to come. It's going to come. So, here we go. Transmutation. Enjoy. So that was the first sort of download that I got. It was about the virtues, about self-purification, about just taking on one at a time, and that the lessons would get bigger and stronger and tougher. And when it was appropriate, it would just be totally internalized and there would be no more lessons. Just like, for instance, with gratitude, let's say. We're just there. We're just grateful. We're just thankful every day. We're sincere. We have sincerity down as a virtue. We don't need to learn that one. Patience, forgiveness, I'm always working on those. I have not mastered them. I keep working on them, and I know that those difficult situations, those impossible to forgive situations, those are opportunities to forgive. So that was the first download. The second one was about power. Now, I'm not saying anything we don't know, and actually, I was told that too. You're never going to hear anything you don't already know. It's just that you forget. The second download was about power, and about that true power being internal power, and that we would benefit by doing a meditation and sitting in the power. Now, this is a phrase that you will hear if you go to the Arthur Findlay College in England. You will hear the phrase that as you connect with spirit, you sit in the power. But this is a meditation we are encouraged to do all the time. So we're going to try it now. If you can, try to sit with your 2 feet flat on the ground. Now you may be lying down, you may not be sitting, that's okay. But if you can, have the bottoms of your feet flat on the ground to really well ground you. And we're going to use sound to help raise our vibration and help us sit in the power. How great. We've got it all around us here. Let's use it. It will help. So first, we're going to clear. And we're going to use the didgeridoo. If you've never heard the didgeridoo, it's deep, droning, powerful. And then we're going to use a different piece, which also contains the didgeridoo. But this one is going to take us up. And we're going to start with the droning, grounding didgeridoo, basically clearing the way. Give ourselves a little bit of silence. And then when you hear that second piece, we are nudged. I always say that because it's not from me, but we are encouraged to repeat in your head, repeat to yourself, I sit in the power. I sit in the power. And just trust and let yourself be. So here we go. We start with the didgeridoo. So now we repeat, I sit in the power. I sit in the power of my spirit team, the power of spirit. I, soul, sit in the power of spirit. Here we go. So now we're going to take down the four-sided pyramid of light, and then we can chat. But first, ever so gently, we bring ourselves back and imagine ourselves in our pyramid of light. We are there, we are here, we're everywhere. But we are soul. And we sit in the power of spirit. I sit in the power of spirit. Wow. Sitting in the power. Practicing this is truly powerful. So now we bring down the gold side, and then the blue, and then we bring down the purple, and we bring down